Hi everyone, Lord Crew here, and welcome to my channel. So the topic for today is about death meta for weekend rank week 131. So without further guys, let's proceed. So as you can see here, death is currently on fourth in terms of the total win rate, and in terms of like popularity, he's like the fifth one, guys. So that currently now it's like an average god compared with war, magic, and deception. But if we uh take a look closer look in terms of the archetype, as you can notice, guys, board wipe deck is the highest total win rate in all of the card or on all of the deck meta. Board wipe deck is still one of the most dominating decks ever since it was like in the time of Genesis until now. And as you can notice, like it has like a sudden increase in popularity. Before it was like below 2%, now it's like almost like 3%. Especially when there was like a nerf on war, especially the Soul Survivor and the Archangel Booster. So the popularity of war decreases from 28% into 23, and some of the players there are shift to not all shift to board wipe deck, but literally shift to few shift to playing board wipe deck. Some probably jump to like the card draw magic and other deck meta or becoming a popular, but technically board wipe deck is still one of the most dominating deck. As you can notice, guys, he has like almost like a green positive win rate, except for his number one opponent are like the Agrolite, which is because of the Radiant Dawn and card draw magic, where lots of spells that can literally hit you directly as a board by player, and that's it. But he has like literally a good win rate versus control war, which is currently the most dominating deck are now our control war. So now if we're gonna go now to the net decking, check the top 20. uh, in the top 20, as you can notice, that there are like 10 players who managed to enter the top 20 using war, and there are only 6 players. Uh, Second dominating deck are board wipe deck. There are like 6 players there out of. So technically, uh, uh, a second, like half will be war players. Half of that remaining of that from the top 20 are like board wipe deck. So without further guys, like let's proceed with those matchups. So the um, the board wipe deck who entered the top 8 are Giri Guru. He managed to get 22 out of 25. And if we go to that deck, guys, he's like rank 8. And this is like a board wipe deck, but a different variation. As you can see, you don't see the typical Hippocrates, uh, Polyhemia endgame. And he's relying on the, probably on the Triage of Necromancer, Takat, the Forger, like literally a nether heavy or like a death heavy creature, and he's using Deuteria here rather than Jason. So I believe this is like a little bit like, if we compare this the actual price, this is like a little bit cheaper, a little bit, not like, because some of the board wipe deck reached like 2 in terms of the estimated price here, but him, it's like literally a little bit cheaper. He's added rune asp here, and almost identical with everything. He's just like he added death cure curator, tri 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 triage necromancer, and takat here. So now if we compare with the other board wipe deck that currently in top 10, uh this is like almost like the typical board wipe deck by Pakilo. He managed to get 22 out of 25. Also, he's using one sulfuric here, one fleshbind. He added win up roller here. So this is like almost from the traditional one. Like I mentioned before, if you go for traditional one, you will see two fleshbind here, and one sulfuric rain, and you will see the Neferus Kopesh. As you can see, there's no Neferus Kopesh here. Usually, they doing a Neferus Kopesh combo, Neferus Kopesh with Hippocrates Monster. Okay, so here, no Neferus Kopesh, he added two win up roller here. And instead of like dual sulfuric, he's just retained like a single sulfuric rain here for his board wipe deck. Another one, board wipe deck, rank 13. This is by the unknown player. This is like a typical board wipe deck that we witnessed last week weekend rank, where a lot of majority of players taking up with portable fortress to literally do an early board presence to do absorb a little more damage. Because imagine this is a 0-8, means for you to kill this one, you have at least 2 to 3 early board creature here, like to kill this one. And the good thing, it can be combo with Neferus Kupesh. Like if you played Neferus Kupesh, you might have like unlimited portable fortress to do more blocker. Okay, so this is like a creature blocker here. He's using Fleshbind. He removed. There's no Blight Bomb here, and as you can notice, it's like almost identical to that one, except there's no Blight Bomb. Added one portable fortress here. So another take up that I note is almost identical with the same board wipe deck. Endgame, Hippocrates, and Polyhemia. No Blight Bomb. He added additional Rip. Usually there are only like one Rip for the 6 casting cost. Like either one Neferu, one Rip, but he take up with additional Rip. So he removed 2 Blight Bomb, added Fortress, added Rip, and that's it. Same thing, still they have like just Nibble here. So the next one, board wipe deck are rank 14 by Tomowa, and this is like almost similar to H Pain board wipe deck. Literally similar to H Pain board wipe deck here. Instead of having like 2 Fleshbind, he removed 2 Fleshbind, added Jason, and added Sulfuric Rain. Similar tech build. As you can see, one Rip, almost identical to everything on the traditional one. Endgame Hippocrates, Neferus, and Jason Medea and Poly. So that's his end game here. Jason, Poly. So he added one for the end game and managed to get 22 out of 25 here. And the next will be now, last two will be rank 16 by the Far Within. This one is like no Demogorgon. Oh no, he has 2 Demogorgon but no Polyhemia. He's still using the Neferus Kopesh and Hippocrates, and you see he has Avatar of War. I believe this is the same deck he used last week. Return the Cape for additional health, and as you can see, he replaced one Just Nibble with Return the Cape. He has 2 Blight Bomb, 2 Flashbind. Same typical board wipe deck. Just like one, his end game is only Hippocrates, not relying on Polyhemia. And then the last one will be on rank 20. Managed to get 20 out of 21. This is by Grandmaster. As you can notice, Grandmaster Endgame are relying on the Witch Aches and Jason. It's more on like a mill kind of deck. You will try to mill the opponent and then rely on the Witch Ache, because the Witch Ache is the good thing about Witch Ache, especially on the end game. Like if there's no, both of you has no card in your deck, if you manage to play a lot of play a card, you can get a lot of this 3/1 creature that always come back to your deck. So means you will not worry about the mana burn during the end game, or if you no longer have a deck in the card, or no cards in the deck. So technically, same still meta, dual reap, dual apocalypse, no end times. It's just relying on dual reap and the Ferus, and this is more like a meal, and that's the main reason why he has like additional win up roller. This is like a nice. I never tried this before, because I don't have this the Witch Egg. So probably I will try to invest on Witch Egg and try this kind of meta deck. So as you can see, guys, Board Vibes deck is still in the top, still one of the dominant, and based on the archetype, is the number one deck with the highest win rate. And if we compare it to weekend rank 130, there are also like 6 players who managed last week. There are like in week 130, there are like 6 players who managed to enter using death or board wipe. Still same scenario here. They're like managed to get same. So I believe last week the dominant deck for me, I believe, is board wipe deck, because there are like only like 7 players who enter uh in war, but now war is a lot, like they are like 10 players. But still for me, the second most popular or the most powerful deck are the board wipe deck, especially for the death meta. Okay, So who knows? There might be a comeback of a board vibe deck, especially if there will be a lot of player who playing war control. And as you notice, war there are like high win rate for board wipe deck versus war control. Okay, and maybe that's the main reason why the dominance now became to war control. But as you can notice, same from week 130 and same week 131, they're like identical to almost 3% board wipe. Maybe less player who played had a luck get lucky from this week to get lucky, especially in card draw. So who knows? Let's see what will. I believe for next week, board wipe deck will still be there, and who knows, there might be a comeback of some old board wipe deck player like H Pain who dominating for past couple of weeks are now he's not in the top 20. So guys, if you like the video, kindly please subscribe and like. And if you have question or suggestion, kindly please leave a comment. And see you next week. And thank you for watching.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard.